You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Thursday. My name is Brock. Unfortunately, still rocking solo here on the show today, so it's just going to be you and I for the podcast here. Fingers crossed my man is back tomorrow. But other than that, let's get into the show.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Some guy in Quebec won half of that $80 million jackpot a few weeks ago, scored himself $40 million. Dude immediately quit his job, but then decided to throw a pizza party for his coworkers, which on paper, I mean, it seems super nice, but I don't know if it makes me sound like a dick, but I feel like if I worked there, I'd be like, bro, you could have splurged a little bit harder, right? Like, he best not have shown up with some Little Caesar hot and readies. It better have been some good pizza. But then again, I also wonder if it was like a celebrate or a passive-aggressive type pizza, maybe bringing in the pizza for all the coworkers you don't like, or even a great little jab at the boss, you know, for all those times that he maybe threw a pizza party instead of giving people raises like they actually deserve. I mean, for the most part, every place that I've worked, even here, like I like my boss, Jackie, and I like most of the people here. But I've also worked at some places that if I won the lottery, dude, I'd be straight up that guy from Half Baked.
Fuck you, you're cool, and fuck you, I'm out.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Got a friend of the show, Ruby, on the phone. What's the first thing you do at work if you won the lottery?
I would put on the record, take this job and shove it.
Yes, absolutely. that might be one of the best like walkout songs of all time if you could somehow play it on a PA throughout the entire office.
Oh, yeah, right out of the school board.
Yeah, walk out like you're like the new WWE champion. Middle fingers in the air like you're stone cold.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like a lot of you, based on what I'm seeing on the text line, have had this planned out for a little bit. Got my man Conquest on the phone. You have a little plan if you ever win, eh?
So I would definitely just quit, disappear. They'd never hear from me again.
Are you just talking like just walk out the door, not even a notice?
Oh, yeah, straight up. Just
love it.
Grab my shit, grab my stuff, and then turn around, I'd be out the door.
I mean, that's the best way to go. Just leave them wondering, like, what the hell happened to that guy till they see your photo in the newspaper.
Exactly. The Irish goodbye. You know, I mean, no point dragging it out. Just get out of there. You know, I don't need to do any favors. I'm gone. Then back in 2013, I got screwed by Megabus, and I vowed ever since that day, if I ever got rich, I would buy the company just to see it burn. So that would be my next goal after that.
So you're just going to tank Megabus?
Oh yeah. Just buy the company. I don't care what it costs me. It's you know, some things are worth more than money, and seeing Megabus burn is one of those things for me.
As someone who has ridden on a Megabus before, I get where you're coming from on that.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I was listening to Travis Kelce and his brother Jason's podcast there, and they had someone ask this question.
But what is the worst, and I mean the absolute worst place you could take a woman on a date? Like, bottom of the barrel, like, there's no way in hell you're getting a second date if you take a girl there.
Maybe don't take her to the strip club? I don't fucking know.
That's a good one. Definitely don't take her to the strip club.
Don't do that. Although some strip clubs do have really good wings.
I have heard.
Yeah, me too.
Don't know anything about it.
I think I got some to go one time.
Now, I will say, if you've never had it before, strip club food actually isn't that bad. I mean, it's basically just bar food. Now, I'm not saying every gentleman's club is top-notch stuff, although I went to college out in Niagara, and we frequented the Sundowner, if you've ever been out there before. Some of the best chicken tendies you will ever have in your life. Hell, even in college, I remember the one year, me and a bunch of buddies stayed back for Thanksgiving and didn't go home, and the old Sundowner there had a Thanksgiving buffet. It was $12, stuffing, turkey, gravy, pie, and I mean, of course, the food too. It was honestly one of the best Thanksgiving meals I've ever had. Plus, I mean, it's dinner and a show at the same time.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
That reminded me when I was going to Florida and we stopped in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And we stopped. We were at a diner, but what was on the menu was squirrel and opossum.
Did you try it?
I tried the squirrel, and it tastes like chicken.
I guess you can't knock it till you try it, right?
Exactly. It was just kind of like, well, I don't know. You want to try it? I'll try it. Okay. So, there was 4 of us, and we had one order, and we all just tried it.
I wonder if it's like one of those places where you can bring your own food. Like if you hit something on the road, you bring it in there.
I know. The roadkill special.
It's crazy the things that you can find on a road trip. I do got another person calling in here. What's the craziest place you've ever got food from, my man?
So a friend of mine and I were down in Georgia, U.S., and on the way back from the bar, told the cabbie we were hungry. The cabbie said, got just the place. Went to this trailer that had a drive-in window and got 2 burgers, 2 fries, a 6-pack of beer, and the cabbie picked up 2 boxes of shotgun shells.
Are we talking like at a trailer park or something?
Just this trailer sitting in a parking lot somewhere, and the guy was selling anything. I don't know what he had in there, but all that stuff came out the window and sat in our laps.
That has got to be the most America thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Food, beer, and guns, all at the same place. America.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
A few minutes ago, we played Tom Cochran's Lunatic Fringe, and friend of the show, Bobby, texted in something that I've never heard before. What's the misheard lyric that you always hear in that song?
I'm gonna take French.
I'm gonna take French. let me play it. That just makes it more of a Canadian anthem. It's like every kid that gets into grade 10 and decides they're gonna keep doing French in high school.
Or the kid in grade 9 that's pissed off at the guidance counselor when they explain to him, listen, you need at least 1 grade 9 French credit. And he's like, fine, I'm going to take French. You know what else I do?
What?
Most songs, you can change baby to gravy. Like, I'm going to pour gravy on you. Every time I make a poutine, I sing that song out loud.
They're all just Thanksgiving anthems now.
Yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. And the I'm going to pour gravy on you. Like, I have this, my wife's like, what's wrong with you, man? I have this whole story about this, like, chick that's at this buffet, and she's, like, putting gravy on her food, and, like, she's so pissed off, and she's throwing cups of gravy at everybody.
That's someone's fantasy, you know.
Yeah, man, it's awesome.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It's time for Brock and Dalby's Top 5.
We're doing a top 5 of the greatest misheard song lyrics of all time, and in at number 5, I got to put Bobby's Red Rider Lunatic Fringe. I'm going to take French. That's how I'm going to hear that song for the rest of my days. Coming in at number 4, I thought I was the only one that heard this, but a few people texted in, Big Sugar's If I Had My Way. Thinking that it's If I Had My Weed. Dude, I remember the first time I heard that song on the radio. That's what I thought it was. And I mean, just the way the lyrics go, it actually kind of makes sense. I would take all your promises and just shake them all off. It's like every stoner who just forgets to do everything that they're supposed to do after they take a little hit of the lefty there. Coming in at number 3, I'm going to go with this one. I'd never heard this before. Our Lady Pieces, Superman's Dead. At the end when he goes... Someone texted in and said, I always thought he was saying Eddie, which just makes it sound like someone's mom is yelling at them. Or like an angry wife yelling at her husband, Eddie, Eddie, Eddie. And coming in at number 2, I'm going to go with the Watchman Stereo, which if you don't know, we had a bad line call earlier this year where someone was requesting the song for their girlfriend Amelia because they thought it went...
Wanted Amelia.
And that's all I hear. If you've ever heard us refer to this song as the Amelia song, well, that's why right there. And coming in at number 1, this one. is a personal favorite of mine. Smashing Pumpkins' Tonight, the part where he goes, in the indescribable moments of your life, but is it just me or does it sound like Scratch My Balls? Tonight, I mean, for most fellas sitting on the couch, that's pretty much what you're doing.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It's time to play. We spun the wheel this morning and it landed on weights, so we've got 150 pounds worth of dumbbells to give away, and I know a lot of people are saying 2025 is the year they get in shape, so maybe we'll help you out, or they'll just sit in your basement for eternity. As always, though, I do have 3 contestants on the line here this morning. I'll put 15 seconds on the clock, and whoever has the best dirty talk this morning wins that set of weights. We'll start with caller number 1 here. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's Ryan.
Ryan, how you doing, buddy?
Good, brother. You?
Good. You looking to get in shape in 2025?
Oh, yeah, man. Looking to get sexy.
All right,
Sexier.
buddy. I will count you in from 3 to 1. You give me your best dirty talk, and we'll see how you do, all right?
All right.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you naughty little weak thing. Pick me up and pump me. Pump me till you're swole and veiny and dripping, and then put me back on the rack when you're done. Wipe me off.
Oh, wow.
Towel yourself down.
Oh, wow. That was a lot. I love it. The veiny, the sweaty, a little bit of everything in there. I love it. All right, my man. Stay on hold, okay?
All right.
Let's see who's on line 2 here. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
It's Joe.
Joe, are you ready to play? All right, my man. I will count you in from 3 to 1 here. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, baby, I'm gonna lift you up inch by inch, pound by pound. We're gonna get sweaty for the whole time. Let me lift you up, baby, and hold you high.
That's all you got? It was a hot start. I think you worked yourself up a little too fast, you know?
Thank you.
It tends to happen sometimes. It's okay. All right, Joe, stay on hold. Okay, so we had Ryan, we had Joe, and let's go to line 3 here. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
This is Simon.
Simon, all right, my man. You're in the sweet spot here. Caller number 3. What do you think of the competition so far?
Pretty stiff.
It's one way to describe it. All right, you ready to play?
Oh, yeah.
All right, buddy. I'll count you in from 3 to 1 here. 3, 2, 1.
I'm not afraid of a little weight. In fact, I like them a little heavy. While we get a little sweaty here, while we burn some calories, maybe we can get my workout partner in the mix here. I think you'd like that too. What do you think of that?
We're making it a threesome, are we?
Absolutely, I think so. Oh my God.
All right, Simon, stay on hold for a second here. You know what? I got to give a round of applause to all the fellas here this morning. A fantastic effort. Ryan, Joe, and Simon there. 762-555. What are you guys thinking this morning? I mean, I think Ryan on line 1 was good, sweaty and veiny. But then Joseph on line 2, he kind of worked himself a little too up at the beginning, wasn't able to finish. But then Simon on line 3, talking about the weight not being a problem, trying to work someone else into it. What's the text line saying here? Line 3? All right, Simon it is. Congratulations, my friend. You turned everyone on this morning, so you get yourself a ding.
Let's go.
A round of applause. And 150 pounds worth of dumbbells is coming your way, all right, my man?
Thank you, sir.
All right, dude. Hopefully you get jacked in this new year, and that's all you're doing with those weights, all right?
I'm getting jacked, all right.
Oh, God. All right. I'm putting you on hold.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The man, the myth, the legend, Joey Chestnut has done it once again. The former hot dog eating world champion just broke another world record, crushing 21 pounds of shrimp in 8 minutes. The video is so disgusting. I'm not good at math, but I'm pretty sure that works out to around almost 3 pounds a minute. That's the kind of numbers that made Red Lobster file for bankruptcy last year, dude. I wonder if Joey Chestnut even enjoys food anymore. You know, some athletes lose their love of the game. Pretty sure he's got like 55 world records throughout 55 different foods. You got to imagine, even for hot dogs, he's probably sick of them, right? Everywhere he goes, people are probably trying to hand him a hot dog. Like, it's even got to be awkward going out for dinner. People are just expecting you to gorge yourself. I'd love to know what he doesn't like to eat anymore. You know, you ever had too much booze and then you just can't stomach it? The smell of it makes you sick. Like, I drank too much Zambuca in college, and even in general, if I smell black licorice, it just instantly gives me a flashback. I wonder what his Zambuca is. I mean, overall, in general, Joey Chestnut's body must just be an absolute war zone. He's like the last dude you want to see come out of the bathroom when you're next in line.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It's time to send a text, 762-555. Ask me anything, I'll read it on the radio. Send me a text right now, 762-555. Send me your questions. Ask anything you want, 762-555. Send me your questions. Oh my God. I just killed my throat. I went too heavy on that one. Welcome to the show. Friend of the show, Ashley. How you doing, Ashley?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. You ready to get going?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, first question in here says, do you think Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a dick?
I mean, a little bit, right? Like,
he's got to be a little pretentious, right?
Yeah. You know, like, whoa, what? Because you have something special about you. We all have to, you know, make a song about you. Like,
exactly. He's got the song. I also feel like he took so much crap from the other reindeers, and he's like essentially the quarterback of the team. He's the Tom Brady of the reindeers. You got to imagine the guy's got a little bit of tood, right?
Yeah, and he's Santa's favorite, you know. Remember thinking back to school, like the teacher's pet, right? Like, nobody really liked that guy.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's like the coach's son, right?
Yeah, get out of here.
All right, another one here says, what was the last illegal thing you did?
Well, now, come on. 1, I'm at work. 2, I'm a mom, so I don't do anything illegal, Brock.
I mean, texting and driving at least?
Yeah.
That would fall under it.
I hope. Oh, you know what? I know. I'm a jaywalker. I'm a big-time jaywalker.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I would say the last, I guess, big illegal thing that I did that you could actually get in trouble for is during the Mike Tyson fight, me and my buddy found an illegal stream to watch that. And I feel like that's it. I mean, the devil's lettuce is legal now, so it used to be a lot cooler, right?
Yeah, now we're just all the same cool people.
Someone said, what is your biggest pet peeve about people driving in the winter? I mean, how much time do we have, right?
I mean, just the simple fact that even though we live in Canada and winter happens every year, people seem to not know how to drive as soon as the snow starts blowing.
I hate everyone that is a part of the Summer Tires Club, and I hate the BS excuse of like, oh, well, you should know how to drive. And it's like, well, your tires don't work the same.
Right? Oh, my biggest one is people who don't brush off their cars.
Oh, my God.
That drives me nuts. It is so, like, and I've been behind a car that didn't brush off their snow, and it blew on my car. Like, I've seen cops pull people over for that, so I'm glad that they do that. But, yeah, that drives me nuts. Like, that would make me so nervous not being able to see out of my car.
It's the worst being behind them because all the snow is flying off at you, and it looks like you're going into, like, hyperspeed in Star Wars.
Right? And you're already like, oh, my God, I got to stay on the road, white-knuckling it. Ugh.
I do love seeing someone with like their little hole in their windshield that they're peeking through.
They just keep wiping it with their gloved hand.
Yeah. You always know when you get inside someone's cars and you can see the smears on the inside of the windshield, right?
You're not a defroster, yeah.
All right, we'll wrap up with one more here, Ashley. And this is a tough question. Someone asked us, who does Ashley like better, Brock or Dalby? You got to answer.
That's an unfair question. Okay. Well, you know what? You both have such great qualities. You both make me laugh. You with your songs. Dalby has a beautiful voice. And then together, you guys just create this wonderful being. So I cannot choose. I cannot choose between you.
Ashley.
Yeah.
That's a BS answer, and you know it. You most definitely have kids, don't you, Ashley?
Yeah, I do. Do the same thing. You know what? I love you both the same. I love different things about you, but I love you both the same.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
For more Brock and Dalby, tune in weekday mornings 5:30 to 9.
The Brock and Dalby podcast is brought to you by badshop.ca, the Brock and Dalby merch store, with all proceeds going to the Canadian Cancer Society.